Okay, I think we are about ready. You know, without the visuals, you just hear anime grunts, you know? That's all you hear. It's weird. While I let this play, which I will start from the beginning, just to show off, let's first go over that I am using RetroAchievements. There are 115 in total. This is the PSP version, so we will be doing the bonus dungeons. Also, I'm back. It's been a week. It has been a week since I've streamed. Okay, I was gonna say everything seems fine, but yep, there we go. There's the YouTube side working. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let this let the intro play again for a minute because it shows what's gonna happen, like the intro to the game, because there's an actual plot in this game that's more. It's trying to be more serious than what the original Final Fantasy was doing. Would be, you know what? It would be faster. It would be faster if I exit. Load it back up. There we go. That would be faster. Okay. I shall let this play. I will explain what that means, but yeah. Actually, the game kind of explains this, but no, this is a prologue, so the game will take place after this event. The game will start after these events right here, so. Again, Furion looks so weird in this cutscene because I'm used to his look in like Dissidia / his Amano artwork. It looks so different. Same thing with Maria. Actually, just all of these characters I'm not used to. I think this is a animation from the PlayStation 1 version. Ah, Furion right in the eye. But it did jack shit. no, their village is gone now. They can't go back. They can't go back. Their village is gone. Anyway, Final Fantasy II, the actual Final Fantasy II. You know, not Final Fantasy IV, which is what we got originally. Again, this is the PSP version. It has the most content. It has the extra dungeons. The Pixel Perfect Remaster doesn't have any of the extra content. Also, I don't have that version. But I wanted to play this version over Pixel Perfect because of the extra content. Mainly. I leave these to the defaults. See, look how different their designs are versus, like, the intro cutscene. Yeah. I leave them at the defaults. Firion, Maria, Guy, and Leon. A long-lived peace. Is at an end. I think this is just kind of a retelling of that opening cutscene. The Emperor of Palomecia has called forth monsters from the underworld and has begun his campaign for world conquest. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Flynn to thwart the Emperor's plans. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Remote town, not remote, but whatever. Four youths from Flynn have also found themselves out. They have lost their parents in the hands of the Empire. But their escape wasn't over. I missed the one set of dialogue, but whatever. Yeah, the game starts off with you getting attacked by the Empire's forces and getting your ass kicked. Oh no, Maria's still alive. Well, I better do something. There's no way I'm surviving. We better run. Oh, okay. Well, there's no winning this. Yeah, you get your ass handed to you right off the bat. Also, where's Leon? Also, I believe in the original NES version, it does that first fight, and then it cuts straight to here. Because I did play the original NES version when I first played Final Fantasy II. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Flynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the Dreadnought, they're building in Bafsk. Their attack will be begun in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! Where are you? Oh good, Maria and Guy are here. Farian, you're alive. I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You're alright too, Guy? But wait, where's Leon? Princess of Flynn saved us. But Leon not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. I have no control of this right now. Also, I love the Rebel Army theme right now. This is such a good theme. So you regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there is something I must ask of you. Please allow us to join the Rebel Army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents... I am truly sorry. But even so, this changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. Whoa, and that's the end of the game right there. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. But if you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. So this game has a new system, and it's only in this game, where there are keywords that you learn. Does that show up on the... Yes, it does. Good. You can at least see achievement progress here and there. So I learned the key term Wild Rose. If I ask someone whatever key term I learned, the Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Flynn. It represents our hope for a future that flourishes in both strength and beauty. But what will become of Flynn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives have been taken there and suffer even as we speak. Maria, your brother, Leon, is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Flynn as well. But Flynn is far too dangerous now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be some assistance. So the more key terms we learn, the more info we could potentially get out of everything. But the key terms kind of fall out of use very quickly. I don't know. I think it's a system that's taken from like really old RPGs like Ultima or something. And this is the only game I played that uses something like this. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You have no idea, Minwu. You will begin by journeying to Flynn. That is your first step towards realizing your fate. So let's ask him the Wild Rose. You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Flynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Flynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Oh no, a bot told me to buy bot viewers. It's been a while since we had that. So that's all he has to say. Is there something in the settings? Dash should always be on. So that way I don't have to hold the memory down. I may set this to memory, but for now I'll keep it as is. Portraits we keep on. Window color I keep. Bestiary. One of the achievements we gotta do is complete the Bestiary. However, when looking at the achievements list, it doesn't show it being missable, so I think we're good on that front. The port of Paloon lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. Heading to Flynn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room within the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I don't need to do that, but it's nice to know. At least I don't think I need to do that. I think you're gonna need all the advice they could spare. This is the Rebel Army's war room. Is that what you're gonna say? Rebel Army's war room. Okay. Let's take a look around. This is the King's bedchamber. His Majesty was sorely wounded in the flight from Flynn. He's been resting here for some time now. He doesn't even get a portrait. That's how much the game does not care about him. An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter, Hilda, now serves as regent. You should speak with her. I have. Of course I have. Why wouldn't I have? The game forced me to talk to her. Does this game... No, I don't think this game does the Dragon Quest thing. If there is, maybe exclamation marks pop up. I don't remember. Don't know what this place is. But yeah, you know, I'll explain some of the things going on here once we exit here. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. Gordon, the Prince of Kashwan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something had made him lose faith in himself. Again, I don't remember if this game does hidden items. I don't think it does. Obtained a potion. Potion obtained from the chest. Yeah, there is an achievement, a set of achievements for collecting every treasure chest in every area, and some of them are missable. And yes, it is showing that this section is missable. Well, it's covering like 2 areas. I gotta load the page. Come on. Princess Hilda fled here when Flynn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to these guys. See if they say something about, basically hidden items. I'm gonna see if they do. What do you say? Monsters? Nope. Treasure chests? Okay. Contains things like items of gil. Many treasure chests also hold rare items you're not for sale in shops. If you're lucky enough to come across, hold on to them. But treasure chests aren't all gil and glory. Some chests conceal monsters. Yeah, I get that. That's not what I was looking for. The flee command? Yes, I tried using it. It's L and R at the same time. Weapons? Nope. Stat screen? Nope. Skill levels? No, because I will explain that. Armor? No. I know how armor works. I've played an RPG before. Lesson on magic? No thanks. Formation? Nope, I'm good. I'll explain that. Key terms? Nope. Okay, so they don't explain anything about, like, hidden items or anything. We probably can't complete all the treasure chests for this first couple, for this first achievement set right now, so... But I have the page pulled up just in case. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. We can't learn anything. There hasn't been on the red.
FBI, open up!
Oh no! The FBI is after me! Not the... Actually, in this case, it's not the FBI. It would be the Emperor's goons. Makes perfect sense. How's it going, Shroob? It's been a little bit. I never steal from the rebels. You can be sure of that. My home was in Flynn, too. I can't even go home now that the Emperor has occupied the city. Yeah, how's it going, Shroob? Yes, I am back now. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashwan. Now I'm nothing but a coward.
when my brother Scott, hey, that's me, fell in battle. I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. Have you played much Final Fantasy, Shroop? Oh, this is the place where if someone's dead, we revive someone from here. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. Yeah, this game goes, like, really heavy into, like, the Star Wars themes. Like, you can see the Star Wars parallels in this game a lot more than, like, any other Final Fantasy game that references Star Wars. Played a bunch of different ones. Have you played this one, Final Fantasy 2? Tobol, the fellow over there, is, in that weapon shop. Is one fine blacksmith, he is. You had Tactics on PlayStation 1? Nice! That's a good one. I have Tactics, but it's the PSP version, which is also pretty good. It has extra stuff. You haven't played this one? This one is considered the black sheep. Like, a lot of people don't really care for it. I really like this game. But it's also been years since I played. So we'll see how much I do like it. A lot of people have complaints about this, and a lot of the times I'm like, you don't need to bother with everything. Granted, with RetroAchievements, I will be doing everything, so maybe I will hate it. We'll see. I think something's been bothering him lately, though. Okay, let's go to the weapon shop. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Let's ask him the Wild Rose. The geezer act is just a cover. My name's Tobal, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the Rebel Army. Okay, well, that doesn't tell me anything. So yeah, Shroop, in this game, there are key terms that people can say. There will be in red text. You can learn those key terms, and Wild Rose is one of them. And then you can ask people terms you have learned to maybe get some other information. I think it's just an old, like, RPG thing, like Ultima or Wizardry did before, but this is the only game that's done it. So at the weapon shop, we could go with a knife, staff, javelin, broadsword, and that's it. So when it comes to weapons, let me look at our equipment. Farian starts with a broadsword, a buckler, and leather armor. Maria has a bow and clothes, and Guy has an axe and leather armor. And he is barehanded. That's actually different. So, well, let me go to stats. Okay, here we go. So in this game, you can choose. See these skill levels right here. I think my mouse is on screen. Is it? Yeah. Okay. These are the different weapons you could go into. Any character could go into any weapon you want. So you can play this game completely differently with each playthrough. Do you want Firion to go into, to be a staff user? You can do that. Another playthrough, do you want him to go fisticuffs? You can do that. You know, this game gives you options to start with. Or, the replayability in this game is just deciding what build you want to go in. I think Elder Scrolls does stuff like this. I haven't played any of them, but I think Elder Scrolls does stuff like this. And the more you use a weapon, this bar fills up, and once it fills up to max, your weapon becomes level 2. The cap for weapons, and shield, I guess, the cap for weapons is 16. None of us have magic, but we can hold 16 magic spells. And they also work the same way, where there's a bar, the more you use it, the higher level it gets, and the stronger it becomes. That also means the more MP it would cost. So, when it comes to weapons, because this is the PSP version, and there's a bonus dungeon that gives ultimate weapons for each character. If you are going that route in this version, then Farion should stick with the sword, Maria should stick with the bow, and Guy should stick with the axe. Hold on. What's going on? They made Retrofin straight in Battlefield 6. I have not played any Battlefield, so I have no idea what's going on.
with that. But yeah, how's it going, Hot Corn Dog? Other than Battlefield 6. Again, I don't know what's going on in Battlefield, so I don't have much of an opinion on that. But yeah, because I'm going for ultimate weapons, I am sticking with this weapon set. Oh, Black Ops 6, not Battlefield 6. I see. Yeah, I don't... Interesting. I wonder why. I also don't know anything about that scenario, Hot Corn Dog. Okay, so another thing this game does. I think if we look at stats, each character is either right or left-handed. And that does affect how they perform in battle. If I were to swap the broadsword over to the left hand, I do way less damage now. Way less. So that was 13 to 3. Does that change? Yeah, see, look. My attack is at 9 instead of 13. That is a big difference by making sure you put them in the right hand. I forget if we have arrows to give her or if she just sticks with that. I forget. Oh, wait. We want... I can't get a shield. Okay. I was going to buy a guy a shield. Because I think you are able to dual wield. Oh, that's in here. Good. We could get leather caps. We could get clothes. Leather gloves. Guy needs a buckler. Because Maria is using a bow, she cannot equip shields. You are right-handed, right? You are right-handed. I think in this case for Guy, because he's using an axe, I think you get a little bit more power for basically just two-handing it. However, shields are really good in this game. I'd rather have a shield. I'd rather him go one-handed and lose a little bit of power. Because shields give evasion on top. Or they have a chance of boosting evasion. It's something like that. It's really good. Hold on, before I buy more, let me go ahead and... Not the inn. Not the item shop. Where's the... There's a magic shop in here. There it is. What do we got? Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, Cure. So... Now, this is the... Battlefield beta has ended. Been mostly playing Fortnite again. Oh, I see. And how is the Battlefield 6 beta been going? You told me it was pretty good. Okay, so we have to decide who gets to be our mage. I usually make someone the white mage and someone the black mage. And kind of a mixed fighter. And then one person, just a pure melee build. Maybe with some support magic here and there. If you are playing the PSP version, and you are going for ultimate weapons, first of all, I'm going to buy Cure, for sure. Fire is really important for black magic. Those two are priority. I actually don't usually get Thunder, and I do get Blizzard, but I use it very rarely. Fire is usually my main damage dealer. Normally, when I play this game, you don't need to get every spell. I usually end up with maybe, like, 8 spells, max, per character. Like, you don't need every spell, but one of the achievements requires me to get one person with 16 white magic or whatever and max amount. Yeah, it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more grinding. So, you could use this as an item, as a one-use item. Oh, there's an ad playing. At least on Twitch. Look at the Battle Royale. Sometimes frustrating. But that's how most multiplayer games are. There are 32 of us. Not all of us have to be on one point. We can split up. Of course, yeah. Do I go through... Yeah, I think I actually have to use it. Okay, no, you do use it in here. Okay. I'll wait for the ad to finish. It's fine. 45 seconds. YouTube doesn't have the ads, I don't think. Because I don't have enough subscribers or anything. I'm pretty sure there's no ads on the YouTube side. So, it is what it is. But I'm gonna still try to wait for the ads to play through. Well, I'm gonna try to anyway. 15 seconds. Looks like Shroob won the Battle Royale. Congrats. Get the gold that kind of like, the gold means nothing, but still. Ads should be done. Okay. So, I'm gonna teach someone Cure. Because I am playing the PSP version and I am going for ultimate weapons, make Firion your white mage. And when it comes to black mage, or black magic, again, because I am playing the PSP version and I am going for ultimate weapons, make Maria your black mage. And by black mage, I mean, not pure black mage, mixed attack is fine. Teach them like a Pokemon. Exactly. And I have Guy be my pure attacker. I sometimes give him some support magic, just in case Firion, like, runs out of MP sort of thing. But generally, Guy is my pure physical attacker. I don't think I talked to you. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. Okay, before we actually move on with the game, we're gonna start grinding. But in this case, we're gonna money grind. Mainly. So, we don't have traditional level ups in this game. I'll explain that here in a second. Maria, how dare you miss? Oh no, Firion's poisoned, and we don't have a magic spell for curing that. Dang it. Of course we have to deal with poison right now. I wish the game still auto-targets. Oh, you escaped. So we got 22 gil. Firion got more HP. So, we do not have traditional level ups in this game. You can see, I don't have a level. How this works is... Okay, so Firion gained HP. So, he had 30, now he has 40. How it works is, it takes whatever HP... Okay, I might be confusing it with the NES version, so I'm trying to remember this. Let me go ahead and go buy an antidote. So how it works is, it takes the HP you started out with at the beginning of a fight. And then what happens is... This is not who I want to talk to. It takes the HP you have at the start of the fight. Then it sees how much HP you lost in that fight. If you lost a decent amount of HP... I'm gonna buy, like... 3 antidotes. That'll work. If you lost a decent amount of HP within a single fight... Oh! You don't keep the poison out after battle. Oh, never mind then. Oh, and you can see how the weapon experience went up. I forgot, you don't stay poisoned after battle. I forgot about that. Okay, sorry. So you lose a certain amount of HP in battle, and if you lose a decent amount in a single battle, the game's like, oh, I see you're struggling here. Let's give you some more HP. And that's also how it works for, like, defense and attack as well. Well, in attack's case, the more you physically attack, and then I think it takes into account how strong you are in comparison to the enemies you're fighting. And if it sees, hey... Well, actually, no. Your attack is based on the weapon level. Never mind. That's different. But it does go up a certain amount. So now everyone's at level 2 for their weapons and shield. I forgot. Attack is kind of factored into weapon level. I forgot about that. But the weapon level does stop going up after a bit. See, Guy's one-shotting. Firian's one-shotting. Maria keeps missing. Does she even have a... Wait, does she even have a bow? I didn't even notice if she even hit anyone. Let's have her use fire. I'll have Guy defend. So yeah, my cure is only healing about 30 HP. There we go. 22. Firian's spirit increase. Again, the more white magic you use, the more your spirit stack goes up. The more black magic you use in a single fight, basically, the more intelligence you get. I could spread the damage. I could do that. But again, the magic also has its own level up system. The more you use it, the more it can level up. And if it levels up, the more powerful it becomes. The MP also works the same way as HP. The more MP you end up using in a single battle, the game sees like, oh, you're low on MP now. Let's give you more. I'm gonna go ahead and use Cure, and I'll go ahead and use another Fire spell. I'll have Guy defend. So, wow. 119 after one spirit boost. Remember, we went from 33 HP recovery to 100. Gave me a good spirit boost. Another spirit boost, Maria's MP increased and intelligence increased. So that's how this game typically works. You almost don't want to use magic outside of battle. I do think you get the skill boost, though. But you don't get the potential MP boost by doing that. See, Maria has a little bit more to go to max out fire. Or level it up, I should say. What's the weapon looking like? Halfway on level 2. Got it. I need to keep that in mind. I think the Pixel Perfect shows your weapon skill stat experience a lot better. So that might be a quality of life thing that game does better. I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna have Maria use fire, though. Okay, Maria didn't get to attack. That's fine. Agility increase? I forget how that gets boosted. Oh, no, I think it's like if you get targeted. If you get targeted in an attack, you have a... agility has a chance of being boosted. The game's weird sometimes with what gets boosted. I think Firian and Guy are locked in at that stat experience. Level 2 with basically half a bar. I think. I have a decent amount of gil. I might as well show this off. Okay, so I am going to go to the inn. Earlier she said, like, 4 gil. Now it's 13 gil. How inns work is it takes how much HP and MP you need to heal up. And that's how much you spend. So if you only need just a couple points in HP to recover, I don't know, you're probably only paying like 1 gil. But if you have to basically do a full recovery, you're out of MP, you're almost out of HP, then you're going to be spending a lot more money. I'm going to buy 3 leather caps. Start with that. It's just a good idea to take the time to money grind and stock up on your armor and magic that you want to get. Again, normally when it comes to black magic, I really only stick with fire. I do buy Blizzard early on because you kind of need it for certain monsters early on. But you don't really need Thunder. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Another thing about this game that's a little bit strange, and I don't fully understand why they went this route. I need more healing. Fire. Defend. The monsters don't have a set drop rate for money. It's a range. So, like, these bees can drop, like... for example, these bees can drop, like, I don't know, 2 to 4 gil, for example. Like, it's a range. It's weird. No, not equipment. See, look at my... My stat experience is not going up. So, and you notice it won't go up because you're one-hit KOing these things. So this is something I found out when I played this game a decent amount of times. Swap everything over to your offhand. And I think I'll do that with the bow. But I feel like I need... She's stronger... She's stronger if she goes fisticuffs. Okay. Again, I think I need arrows. I think the game actually requires you to equip arrows. I think that's part of the problem. So if I go ahead and go with physical attacks... Oh no! She does have arrows. Never mind. Okay, I'm still one-shotting, but I'm doing a lot less damage, and I got 8 gil out of that. I forgot. Okay, it's not really going up either. I think these enemies are still too weak. Here, I'll put everything back. Alright. What's my gil at? 166. Can I buy... Can I buy more? Hey, Tyler, how's it going? Have you played Final Fantasy II before? I'm gonna go ahead and buy 3 sets of leather gloves. There we go. Full sets of equipment. And I do want to get Blizzard and Thunder at some point. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get enough money for Blizzard, and we'll come back for Thunder later. You played the PSP version? Good, because I feel like the PSP version is probably the best version. Maybe even better than Pixel Remaster, although I haven't played Pixel Remaster. So I can't say that for sure. Gil. Where are we at? 103. I think I need 150 for Blizzard. But yeah, have you done the bonus content, Tyler, in this game? You know what? I'm gonna start casting Cure. I'm gonna start casting Cure. Try to use up some of my MP. Try to get MP boost. You played it so long you can't really remember? Okay. I know for me, my problem is I tried the bonus dungeon like once, right? But I was so confused on how to get through it that I think I really only did it once because I didn't fully understand it. There's my MP boost. Spirit increase, magic increase, Maria MP increase, magic increase. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Maria up front. Oh, I got a lot of gil. So, another thing about the formation in this game. If the... so, there's a front and back row. If the enemy goes for... Here, let me do this. If the enemy goes for any of these weapon types, basically, any of these close quarters combat weapon types, they can only target enemies in the front row. So, normally how my formation was, they would have to take down Firion and Guy. And then once that happens, they can go after Maria. Unless they are using a long-range weapon like the bow, which that's the only one, or if they are using magic that can target someone in the back row. And by the way, you can see my fire spell is level 2. Now it costs 2 MP to cast. So the more you level up a magic spell, the more powerful it is, but it's going to cost you more MP now. I'm going to go ahead and grab Blizzard. We'll come back for Thunder later. Blizzard, teach it to Maria. There we go. Again, Tyler, because I am going for 100% with Retro Achievements, and this is the PSP version with the bonus dungeons. Yeah, I can heal. We'll move on now. Keep Firion at the sword, keep Maria at the bow, keep Guy with the axe, and make Firion your white mage, make Maria your black mage. If you're playing any other version, or if you do not care about the bonus dungeons for ultimate weapons, then play how you want. So, these guys are still pretty weak. I want Firion to just start casting healing. And Maria's also gonna start casting Blizzard. And Guy is gonna just defend. I have Maria in the front row because I want her to get attacked. I want her to get more HP. Also, the spell animations get more intense and more detailed the higher the level it goes. So that's cool. Oh, and Guide defense. But yeah, do you like Final Fantasy T, Tyler, or do you not like it? I know this is a this is the black sheep of Final Fantasy games. Yeah, I really want to use up my MP. Try to get some MP boosts. Go ahead and cure Firion, Blizzard. You know what? Actually, Blizzard might be ready to level up anyway, so that might have all been a waste. Whatever. Probably only need like 2 casts. Firion got more HP, Spirit increased, Maria's HP increased. That's what I was going for. Intelligence increased. And Guy's HP happened to increase after losing like, what, 2 health? Maria still only has like 25 HP. I want her to have a little bit more. Kind of mixed on 2. I think it's better than its reputation, but it's still not close to my favorite. I used to put this probably in my top 5. But nowadays, I think I put it somewhere in the middle. But I was someone that preferred this over Final Fantasy 3. But now with Pixel Perfect Remastered, that might change. Yeah, that may change. Oh, did I level up Blizzard? No, not yet. See, I still gotta work on that a little bit more. Let's just keep moving. Oh no, I've been ambushed and poisoned. I can maybe get some HP buffs out of this. Again, since I'm gonna keep working on magic, I'm gonna keep working on Blizzard, and Guy's gonna defend because his weapon is not gonna power up. Yeah, if the enemies are running away from you, I think that's a sign that you're too strong. I've played this game enough to know the mechanics and know what I'm dealing with. I think that's part of it. I've played this enough. But... And normally when I play, I don't go for every magic spell. I don't try to balance them all out. I don't really spend too much time grinding. I usually just get the experience along the way. Also, how do we get, How do we get the map pulled up? Oh. Yeah, okay. See, it shows a gill range there. It shows a range between, I think, 4 and 37? Is that right? 975? See, this game has a weird gill range system. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Okay, here's Gatria. This is the village of Gatria. Flynn is just over across the lake, see? I think this was in the opening cutscene. What do we got in the item shop? Cross Mountain Maidens Kiss Gold Needle. I don't need them yet. I don't think I need any of those yet. Phoenix Downs, Ether, Cottages, Elixirs. Look how spendy Elixirs are. I need to save my money. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Flynn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off. There's a pub just on the outskirts of Flynn. When the Empire invaded, the barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials. Yeah, that's healing. Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet, but once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. Yeah, Tyler, this is way more Star Wars than what the game's, like, this game has heavy Star Wars influence. Oh, we can buy leather armor. Maria gets some leather armor. Now she has one more point in defense. Definitely respect 2 for doing something radically different from 1, whether it worked out fully or not. It was trying... Every Final Fantasy game does something different from the previous one. And this one does a lot of interesting things. Well, I want to check something. Oh, you... Oh, yep. The game won't let you. Bows have to be two-handed. I figured. I just wanted to double check because it kind of looked like it was giving me the option. Weapon shop? Ooh. Javelin, broadsword, axe, and the bow. Which I don't need. Again, if you wanted to swap to, like, spear or something, you know, you could totally do that from here. I do like how this game's replayability factor is just, what build do you want each character to be this time? Also, again, isn't there a world map, or do you have to actually get the world map? I forget. Furion... Yeah, you know what? I might go back to town so I could get my MP back. If you hadn't done something so different, Final Fantasy wouldn't be the series that it is today. Yeah, with... This game set the standard that each Final Fantasy game... They're going to be basic RPGs, but they're going to be different from each game going forward. So it sets the expectation of expecting something else going forward. Whereas when you play a Dragon Quest game, each Dragon Quest game is so similar to the other that you know what to expect. And that's fine too. And you know, I do like how Final Fantasy decided to go with changing it up per game. However, I do think that comes with the caveat of the problem with that comes with its own problem. Now it's not even an RPG anymore, you know? Wizard level up. Okay, good. You know, I'm going back to town so I can use the N. I need MP. Like, if Final Fantasy just stuck with RPGs and hasn't stopped being an RPG, I'd be okay with it, you know? Because isn't 16 just Devil May Cry now? It's, like, not really an RPG anymore. Oh, my sword level increased, and my shield. I thought I wasn't gaining any experience. I guess I'm fighting stronger stuff now. Or something, I don't know. Where's the end? Isn't it up here? No, there it is. I need my MP back. 28 gil. But yeah, to be honest, if it wasn't for Final Fantasy II changing it up and setting this expectation, we probably wouldn't have gotten the materia system from Final Fantasy VII. You know, that's such a well-loved mechanic. We probably wouldn't have gotten that system. You know what I'm gonna do? Fearing guy in the back row. I'm gonna hang out here for a second. I want Maria to get more HP. Now, one thing I remember about this game, depending on which version you play, in the original NES version, this game will have stat downs. Like, if I remember correctly, if spirit goes up, physical attack might go down. You know, stuff like that. Like, each stat had a chance of actually going down. I remember that about the NES version. I don't know which version stops that, but after a certain point, they're just like, no, no stat downs. That's stupid. And I remember something about the HP, boosting the HP system. I think it's in the NES version specifically. It takes a look at either your max HP or your current HP when going into battle, and then checking to see how much you've lost. But it just looks at what your max HP is and what your current HP was at the end of the battle. So if you cured during the battle, and now you're at max HP, now you do not have a chance of getting that HP boost. And that's in the NES version, I believe. Some of these mechanics, I don't remember which versions, work that way. I think we can move on. I still want Maria to try to get a little bit of HP. Okay, I think we'll just attack. I'll let Guy fight too. I want him to raise weapon level. Yeah, I want Maria to have just a little bit more HP. I feel more comfortable with that. I don't want her to have 20. Yeah, if I wanted to give her a chance for an HP boost in the NES version, I think she couldn't be healed at all. You know, I think that's how it worked. And even then, it's like a chance of it going up, but it's like a higher chance of going up. Again, the game just goes like, oh, you got your ass kicked in this fight. Let's boost your HP. Let's boost your defense. Let's boost your attack, sort of thing. That's kind of how this game works. Here, let's set up the Battle Royale. Axe and shield went up. She hasn't been getting HP, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll go ahead and swap the formation back. Okay, so the weapon level is now at like 3.5. If I just go physical attacks... The guys didn't go up either. Is it goblins? Maybe I need to be fighting goblins for it to really matter. Then. Yeah, I don't think any of these things, like, care if, because I'm one-shotting them. Even guys one-shotting them. That's usually a factor. If you're one-shotting, then you're not going to get weapon experience. 17 gil. Again, magic is just the more you use it. The Kingdom of Flynn. Oh no, I've been ambushed. And the bee escaped. So yeah, whenever I played this game, I don't usually do dedicated level grinding or money grinding. I do money grinding at the beginning, obviously. And I think there's a section in the middle of the game where I tend to do some money grinding. But other than that, I really don't do much grinding. Because one of the big complaints about this game was how grindy this game is. And I'm like, no, it's really not that grindy. You can do a lot of things just as you play. It's just as we heard. The city's crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. Yeah, if we run into any of these guys, it'll be like the intro again. So, do not do that. Oh look, goblins. So even though I'm one-shotting these guys, I think I can still get some weapon experience because they're stronger. Maybe it's because they don't have a chance of running away right now. I don't fully know. Yeah, I don't fully know all the details. If I want to get stronger, though, I could probably swap to my offhand. Nope, I can't buy anything. Yeah, again, this is kind of a maze right now. Oh, can I buy magic? Nope. We need to get to the pub. And that's why I have shields. Because you saw Fear and Shield go up, it blocked an attack. Oh, another thing I remember. Hold on, we'll see. Maybe it's too late now. Yeah, it might be too late now. The whole formation system as well works on the enemies too. If the enemy is too far back, you can't hit him with physical attacks. But I think if you're going with physical attacks, you can like attack the first 2 rows close to your character, I think is how it works. Well, Maria's fire is level 3. And we got an HP boost. And MP. That's good. I can't go that way. I think we go up and around like here. Yeah, there we go. No, let's use Blizzard. I believe there are 20 spells for each class, but you can only hold 16. You're still lurking, but BRB. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Maria's intelligence went up. Very nice. Let's go to the pub. I don't think we want to talk to any of these guys, because they'll probably just attack us, I forget. I could just save, though. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Wild Rose. Aha, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I gonna do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Bartender just leaves. Is now the time to leave, dude? Anyway. Ooh, treasure. We got a potion. Another potion. And another potion. Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. Wild Rose. So you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. That's me. I am a Prince of Kashwan. Prince Scott? We were told you fell in battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Flynn fell so quickly is that Count Borgin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. He's just constantly coughing up, packing. There is one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that. Last message. The confessions of a dying man. They would only bring her pain. My brother, Leon. Have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure you'll be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while. And he's dead. Scott's dead. First of many. I'm not joking. First of many. And we got Scott's ring. Well, we've done all we can here. I don't think there's any other treasures at the moment. I don't trust any of these guys. If I try going into the castle, the game will not let me. I don't think there's anything else I could get here. Not right now. Yeah. And it doesn't look like I can use... Actually, it just doesn't look like there's anyone in this house. I thought it was the inn for a second. Yeah, I'm just too strong. I'm not getting much kill. Okay, let's get back to... We gotta get back to Hilda and show her Scott's ring. I want to get back to... Not Altair, but the other town. Oh. It's kind of hard to see chat sometimes. Oh, and there's an airship flying around. That happens sometimes. Brave Serena is BS in Heroes. Straight up nonsense. Brave Serena is kind of crazy in Heroes. So what's going on with Brave Serena in Fae? By the way, Hot Corn Dog, I don't know if you caught it, but we just met up with Scott, and he died. The first of many deaths in this game. That's a spoiler, but I'm just setting up expectations. That's all I'm doing. You should expect plenty of deaths in this game. It's more surprising when some people live. That's how much we're talking here. I think the rebel camp is later. Yeah, I think I'm getting confusing when the rebel camp pops up. I think I'll go ahead and cast Blizzard. How dancers are pretty good in Effie games? Depending. But not in Heroes. Oh, right. The whole, like, dancers are good for getting someone else to be good. How come dancers are not that great in Heroes? They still let other people get another turn. 56 gil. Ouch. But I'm not really buying much now. Okay, let's go to Altair. I was thinking of swapping to my offhand, but I feel like these guys are too weak anyway. That guy escaped. I don't know. Okay, look. There's technically 3 rows, or is it columns? Either way, there's 3 sets of enemies. When I'm trying to use a physical attack, you can see I cannot attack the 2 in the back. So the enemies are also under formation. But look, Maria can... Oh, I thought bows can hit in the back. I thought bows could hit in the back. Never mind. I thought bows could do that. Does this game give you the world map? Or is it a button input that I just haven't figured out yet? Okay, Maria, like, you're not doing much damage at all. I honestly do feel like there has to be some arrows. And you just equip a certain type of arrow. And it's like, oh, you have fire arrows? Now all your attacks are fire. Let's go and visit... I think we're supposed to visit the king. I know we're supposed to visit Hilda, but... Narrow yeah, it leaves you in this state. Okay, no, we're supposed to just talk to Hilda. Got it. Her password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Well, I have that, but I could show her the ring. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Flynn, just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please, the ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits men of courage. You infiltrated Flynn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourself quite capable.
It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as Mythril, and we need strong warriors that if we are able to obtain it. So now we can learn Mythril as a keyword. We lost Flynn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of Mythril. I have charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding the source of Mythril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? That's all we got. I heard my lady's words, and I have waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloon. Take my canoe, and let us be on our way.
Yay, we got Minwu! And we got the canoe. Yay! The game gives us the ability they give us the canoe right away. Remember, it was like halfway in the first game. Okay, let's take a look at Minwu's stats. He has a staff, but look, his skill level is already level 1. But look, his HP is 175 and his MP is 103. Minwu is really good. He is the Jagan of this game. At least in terms of HP and MP. Let's look at your magic. Holy crap! He has a full set of magic, of white magic. Look at this, and his highest stuff is at level 7. Again, Minwu is the Jagan of this game. So, I'm looking at this list. Yeah, Cure, Life, Azuna, what's Basuna? Cure stats elements that wear off after battle. Oh, okay, like Poison. Barrier, that's Protect. No, wait. Raises barrier to defend against special attacks. Oh, that's... Okay, we got Blink. We have Protect. We have Shell. What's the difference between Barrier and Protect and Shell? Wall. Magic Wall, raising magic defense. Well, that's the same as Shell, isn't it? What's the difference? It looks like Barrier and Protect are similar to each other. And Shell and Wall are similar to each other. But I don't understand what the difference is. Is there a reason to have both? This is one of those I need to look up the spell list and see the difference. Dispel, Silence, Sap, Fog, Fear, Teleport, Swap. So, to be honest, I usually don't have most of these spells. Whenever I give my white mage something, like I would give Cure, Life, Azuna, and even then I barely use Azuna. I mean, Protect and Shell are good, but I don't really bother with these too much, but they're nice to have, to be honest. I don't think I bother with Dispel that often. I don't bother with Silence, or Fog, or Fear, because it just makes them run away. I don't think I would bother with Sap either. The spells I do bother with, though, Swap and Teleport. So Teleport is like, it takes you out of a dungeon, and it can also get rid of a target. But the thing is, that's kind of like instant death, but it bypasses enemies' instant death resistance. But Swap is really good. Switches HP and MP with target. It's a good way to level up your stuff and actually keep your HP and MP up. Swap is a really good spell. Do I bother with giving Minwu stuff? I think I'm gonna go to the next town. Hold on, I gotta swap over here. So there's only 4 characters you could take in Heroes. Dancers might enable a strong character, but you could also just take a 4th strong character. Alright. The difference between 4 characters versus, like, what, 12? They also don't really help with level grinding. Like how they do in the base game. Yeah, true. There aren't many, like, easy ways to level grind in, Fae. That is a good point. Are there dancers that people typically use in, like, competitive? Yeah, we want to go this way. Fearing HP, Maria's HP. See, like, I didn't even get hit, but yet I got, like, an HP increase. I think it will just randomly give you HP increases if you haven't gotten one in a while. We made it to Paloom. You folks wouldn't be looking to book a passage on a ship, would ye? For just 32 gil, we'll see you safely to Poft. You could do that, because we have to head that way anyway, but I'd rather fight monsters along the way. The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft, at least not yet. That's good. What do we got in the item shop? I feel like these are all just the same sets in item shops. Yeah, it kind of looks that way. Some of the meta units in the game are just second or third action just from attacking people to make dancers useless. Oh, like you get a kill, then you can like move again or something. Yeah, those are just some skills. The ship heading out of our little port will take you straight to Poft. Yep, I know that much. I don't need the inn. Now there's a fine lass. How about you and me go have a drink? With you? Not a chance. And there's no fight. So, what a respectable pirate. Bafsk Salamand. When you pass Poft, they say all the cities are under the control of the Empire. Weapon shop. Okay, so we got a dagger. That's a better knife. We got a mace. So it's the first staff we are able to buy. Axe and a bow. So far, no weapon upgrades. Although we could buy a mace for Minwu. Ooh. Bronze shields, bronze helms, copper cuirass, and bronze gloves. These are ooh, we got armor upgrades. What about magic? Oh, I forgot to buy thunder. Oh, and we could buy blinked, protect, and shell. Blink raises evasion. I will buy protect and shell. Oh. So much stuff I could buy. You know what? No, hold on. I'm going back to Altair because I forgot to buy thunder, and that is cheaper. It is cheaper to buy thunder. I'm gonna pull up the magic list. Because I want to know the difference between, like, protect and barrier. Because there's, like, 20 spells. But you can only hold 16. Something like that. I should work on magic, too, but... black magic. No, I want white magic. Go back down here. I need to go buy thunder. I forgot to do that. I should have done that the first time, but I forgot. Actually, you know what? Let me try to show swap. Let me try to show this off. It's not accurate, but look. I have 6 HP and no MP. Look at that. But there's a reason why I would want to do that. In a situation like this. So, swap spell increase, HP increase, MP increase, stamina increase, magic increase. Because now I went from full HP to 6 and 0 MP. The game's like, oh, you must really suck and need this HP and MP boost. Right. Let's get Thunder. Again, normally I don't bother with this many spells. Normally I don't bother. But yeah, see, he went from 103 to 143 MP. Oh, I need to talk to Gordon. Let's show you the ring. That ring, it's my brother's. You really said all those things about me? Do you say anything about Mythril? There was a Mythril sword in Kashuan that had been handed down through the ages. My brother was very fond of that sword. Truly was a magnificent blade. What do you say anything about the canoe? Nothing happens, yeah. Not everything works. Okay. So protect. Increases the defense of the characters targeted. By potency, value per successful hit can stack up to 255. Spell power 0, blah, blah, blah. Barrier. Grants the character resistance against elements, halving their damage, and granting immunity to ailment, including spells, of the resisted elements. The elements are, by order of increasing spell level, are changeable: fire, spectral, lightning, instant death, poison, psychic, and ice. So barrier sounds more of some sort of protecting against status ailments. What was the other? Wall, okay. Negates black magic spells of equal level to the successful hit count of Wall. Wall's level is not reduced when multi-targeted. Wall is broken when the character is hit by a black magic spell with a level higher than the successful hit count of Wall. Oh, okay. Here's what I understand about Wall. So, Shell is just reducing damage of any magic spell. Wall can just straight up negate magic spells. However, in this case, because it's a level 5 wall, if the enemy uses a level 6 anything or higher, then wall is broken. It negates... in Pixel Master, the description says it negates all black magic spells, even beneficial ones. Even beneficial ones against the target, when the black magic spell level is lower than the number of successful hits by the wall spell cast. When multi-targeted, cast one level lower. So I think if I were to multi-target wall, it'd be considered a level 4 spell. I think that's how it works. So, Barrier seems to protect against some status effects. Poison is in there. I think this is more about status effects. This is reducing physical defense. Yeah, okay. I think that's the difference. Dispel. Fog is just putting silence on a target. I could actually benefit from that, maybe, but I'm gonna be honest. Final Fantasy has never been good about status effects. It has never been good about status effects. Let me look. Sharina now makes them even more useless. Her passives make it any ally who goes into contact within 3 spaces of her gets another action. If she acted and someone attacks, she gets another action. So she's like a physical attacker that she's a physical attacker that has some dancing passives, sounds like. Let's go ahead and set up the Battle Royale. Okay, now that I understand the difference between Barrier and Protect, I guess I could have both. But again, I never really bothered with Barrier. Never really bothered. So that should probably tell you something. I just feel like it was a spell that was never really needed. However, I do want to start getting some of these spells. Let's get... Yeah, let's just go in order. Blink and Protect. We know how good Blink is in Final Fantasy 1. Blink. Protect. Although, to be honest, I don't remember if I really utilized these that much in this game, but to be honest, they're nice to have. I will want to start upgrading. And other than the mace for Minwu, I don't need a weapon. If we go this way... Oh, we got Goblin Guards. Okay. First of all, I want to start... I'm going to cast Protect on... I'm just going to cast Protect once. I'm going to start casting... I still need Blizzard at level 3, so we're going to do that. And Minwu's just kind of here. Yeah, Minwu's just kind of here for support. Minwu's kind of good enough. Gee, I wonder why I'm not spending that much investment on Minwu. I'm gonna go ahead and attack. We'll do another Blizzard back here. And I can't target the one in the back, so we'll do this. See, now Guy was able to attack the one in the back. There we go. Spirit increased, magic increased. Yeah, I gotta use Protect a little bit more. Blizzard just needs like maybe 2 more uses. Oh, one thing I want to look up. Final Fantasy 2, PSP, World Map. How do I pull up the world map? Because I know there is. Oh, okay. Circle select. You need Scott's Ring, apparently, to do this. Once you get Scott's Ring, you can pull up the world map. And it looks like... So that's the current position. That's the boat. There's Altair, Gatria, Halum, Flynn. Okay. I think the squares are dungeons and caves. Stuff like that. But one thing about this game is, versus Final Fantasy 1, you could just randomly end up in a way stronger area unintentionally. Whereas Final Fantasy 1 did a better job. Final Fantasy 1 did a way better job to be like, make you not accidentally run into a stronger area. There's like just random barriers. Wait, oh, Protect can fail. I guess the higher the level, the higher chance of success. Guess that's the reason why you would level it up. I think I'm still gonna go ahead and try to get Protect going. Let's use Blizzard one more time. do that. I think I would have Minwu be the healed user at the moment. That way Furion can kind of work on some of these other spells. Yeah, I still want you to cast Protect. Attack, attack, cure. And you can multi-target. Okay, you did. It's fine. Fearing HP got increased, stamina increased. Blizzard's now level 3, so I'll start casting Thunder. Now we'll go... Actually, I'm gonna go back so I can start buying some bronze equipment. Got some extra money. And I also need shell. Gonna start casting Thunder. Cure. I do need to figure out what spells to not have. But at least the game gives me the option to get rid of a spell if I feel like I don't want it. Yeah, I want to try to get this to the next level. Start casting Thunder. Sure. So now that we have 4 party members, there is something we can do, although I am not sure if it was patched out in this version. I don't remember which game has this glitch or not. Protect level 2. Alright. I'll show it off here in a second, and to make it easier, if you are gonna go for, to do this, put your cursor on memory. If we get into another battle, I'll show it off. I'll show it off in the next battle. However, I do not know if it's in this version or not. I should look into it. I don't feel like I need to do it, but I'm going to show that it's there. There, we bought shell. Okay, normally I don't really bother with all these spells. Can I buy any bronze equipment? I can at least buy one thing, so let's start with the shield. See, it doesn't really increase my stats at all, actually. However, oh wait, it doesn't show my defense increase, but if I go in here, my evasion says 1 out of 24%, I think. Let me check. See, evasion is at 20%. So, the bronze shield is better, even if it doesn't show my defense going up. It boosts my evasion to 24%. Or level 1, 24%. I'm not fully sure how that's supposed to read. Yeah, shields are really good in this game. Equip shields. Okay, so there is a trick, a glitch, if you want to call it that. It's a glitch that you can do in this game. I don't know if it's in this version, but I know in the original game does this. So I'm going to go ahead and set up Blink. I'm going to have Maria set up Thunder. I'm going to have Guy physical attack. Since I set all those up, the game considers it counted towards my experience already, before the action has even taken effect. If I were to back away and reset everything up again, now it's counted again, twice. The experience went up again. So you could just keep doing this and level up your stats this way. Again, I don't know if this version patched that out or not. I'm positive Pixel Pixel Perfect patched that out. But that is a way to grind for weapon experience and magic experience really quickly. Or by really quickly, more like not having to spend multiple battles doing it. It's more useful for magic. I don't know if that counted for Blink. I don't know if this version has it. Yeah, I'm gonna spend time in the forest and get some money. Get some armor upgrades. Blink. Thunder. Physical attack. Physical attack. Okay, I'm gonna look up Final Fantasy II EXP glitch. The weapon spell level progression. The original NES and PS1 versions. The players could exploit the game's experience system by repeating selecting an attack command and then canceling it. Okay, so that's NES and PS1 versions. The specific glitch was fixed in the PSP version. It doesn't say anything about the GBA version, though. So that glitch works in NES and PS1 at the very least. If it works in Game Boy Advance, I'm not sure. And I'm assuming it's not there in Pixel Perfect. However, apparently in the PSP version, they kind of increase the amount of experience you need to level up things, so you don't really need to bother with that as much, but if you're playing PS1 or NES, you could do that glitch. Now Thunder's at level 2. I'm gonna grab another piece of armor. I think I may go to the inn. And then I'm gonna walk to the next town and see what's there. Ooh, I finally got Blink to work. Nope, not defend. Oh, I didn't mean to target this same guy. Whatever. Ooh, Blink's level 2 now. Again, since my weapon levels are not really increasing, there's not much reason to really focus on weapon levels right now. The enemies are too weak, so I might as well work on magic. Although your strength can go up if you use physical attacks, so there is a reason to still use physical attacks, so... I could get 3 of these. And just boost everyone's defense. I could sell armor, but I'm a hoarder. I'm a hoarder. You never know when it could be useful, right? All this stuff is useful at some point, right? It just means more grinding, which means more stat experience, which means I can level up my magic more. That's how it works. Okay, yeah, so you can't do that glitch in this version. But if you're playing older versions, you totally could. But apparently they made this version easier to level up things. So maybe that's why I also don't mind Final Fantasy II, because this is my main experience playing this game. I at least want Thunder to get the level 3. Since I mainly play this version, I don't hate it as much. Ooh, I got shell to work. Strength increase. Yeah, that's the reason why you'd still want to go with physical attacks. Your strength can just increase that way, even if your weapon levels doesn't go up. But I want to try to power up my stuff. I think I kind of want to get my spells to level 3. For white and black magic, and then just maybe focus on physical attacks to maybe get some strength boosts. Again, remember, you can take the boat to this next town, but I want the battles. I'll just defend. Again, Minwu's your Jagan of this game. He's here to just be overpowered. He's here to be overpowered for where you are in the game. Again, Minwu's setup, at least when it comes to his spells, HP and MP, he's like mid-game. He's already ready for mid-game. Like, he's that insanely strong. Everything seems to be working fine. Is PNG working? Yeah, PNG's working still. Just checking. There we go. Shells level 2, very nice. Okay. There's this part here, which this is new. The Arcane Sanctuary. This is one of the bonus dungeons. See a dais. There's 3 daises here. And we can't get into this door. This is part of the bonus dungeon. There's 3 other dungeons. You have to go through those dungeons first for that door to open up. Unlike Final Fantasy 1 PSP, where you could kind of get away with just doing everything at the end, even though I was doing some of them as I went. This one, you need, if you're going for everything, you need to get everything along the way. Oh. I don't need that. Yeah, you should be getting... we're gonna be going to that dungeon many times along throughout this game. It's not one you want to save for the end. Well, you could, but you're missing out on some things. I don't know. It's up to you. That's part of the reason why I do this. You can make your own decision on whether or not you want to bother. Also, I don't fully understand how it works. I still haven't figured it out. I have a page up talking about the how it works, and I still don't fully get it. Okay, Maria's magic, or thunder, is at level 3. All of her spells are at level 3. I'll probably just have her focus on physical attacks for now. This is the port of Poft. Salamand is to the north, and to our east is Bofsk. Okay. Such a weird name, Bofsk. Sorry, but the ship has already left for Palum. Yeah, you can't call for the ship here, if it's in the other town. Bofsk is the city to the east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. You here to ride the airship? If you got the cash, there's no place I can take you. I can't take you. I think we do want to learn this. Do I have keywords set up? Not the specific order. Because I need to be careful for a second of how many keywords I learn. I think this is one I want to learn. Only because I just need to be careful on which ones I learned right this second. I kind of need to know the order very quick. No, I can learn this. Let's ask him airship. You wanted the airship, you paid to the guy behind me. Okay, Wild Rose. He doesn't know anything. Mythril. He doesn't know anything. Okay. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy? The only airship of its kind in all the world? No matter how far, we'll have you at your destination in a blink of an eye. Of course, transportation is a fine caliber, comes at a cost. Interested? No thanks. But yeah, you can go to other towns with the airship. Okay, Bofsk, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. Bofsk, the city to something terrible there. Something terrible there. Do you say anything different? Look, I get we can have this many NPCs on screen, but when they say the same thing, it's kind of pointless. Oh my god. What's the point of having this many NPCs if they all say the same thing? I never really liked that. Have you seen the airship? It belongs to a fellow named Sid who lives right here in Poft. He's the only one around who could fly it. Weapons? What do we got? It's the same stuff as the other town. Okay. As Paloom. There's magic. It's the same spells as Paloom. Okay. That means the armor's the same, right? Yep. So I can buy... Can I buy 3? Yeah, I can buy 3 bronze helms. Only 1 more extra point of defense, though, but it's something. I think that's it. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and keep moving. Oh, a sprinter. You only dealt 8 damage to Guy. I'm so scared. Gonna start working on my spells. Maria's, all of her spells are at level 3. I'm okay with keeping them as is. I want her to gain more strength. I am so scared by this freaking bird. Clearly, it's doing a lot of damage. I'm so scared, guys. Alright, you could go to Bofsk, but there's nothing to do that way, so I'm just gonna go left to Solomon. Ooh, queen bees. I thought bows can target the back row. I thought they could. I thought for sure bows were able to target the back row. Maybe that's when enemies do that. I'm gonna cast Blink a little bit more. Again, I kind of want all my spells at level 3 right now. And Maria needs the physical strength, that's for sure. See, there's a reason to keep using these spells. It's, chance of success. Ooh, guy dealt 0 damage to the Queen Bee. Let's try that again. Okay, there's 11 damage. Okay, it was a range. Spirit, magic, bow level, axe level, shield level, HP. See, a lot of stuff went up. Oh, there are 2 types of poison. That's confusing. That is confusing. There's 2 types of poisons. Ones that seem to wear off after battle and ones that don't. At least magic still goes up in experience even outside of battle for like cure and life and stuff. So that's good. Okay, I should have Farian do some physical attacking for a little bit. Get his weapon level up. But we made it to Solomond. Jeez, we're just making it from town to town to town. Oh, it's a raid, Megami Ifany. How's it going? Why did the freaking raid message not go off? Dang it. More things I need to fix. How you doing? Playing some Final Fantasy II, going for 100% with RetroAchievements right now, and look at the cost of these spells. I'm not getting these anytime soon. I don't even know if I want sap. But yeah, life is a priority. So, warp is banish foe to another dungeon, or transports party to previous 4. But teleport does kind of similar, but teleports you out of a dungeon. Hide light achievements. Ooh. You were going for deathless runs. No luck. I have never played Hide Light. So I have, I've only seen YouTube videos on Hide Light. It doesn't look fun. Are you enjoying Hide Light? I love Joseph, but I know that when I'm around, I just get in his way. It's an action RPG over there before time. Yeah, I've seen videos on Hide Light where to attack enemies, you need to run into them. You have business with me? Wild Rose, do you say anything? You're here for Lady Hilda. A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Airship? The guy who knows all about airships. There's a guy who knows all about airships. But why should I tell you who he is? Mythril. Mythril? I haven't found any yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm gonna need That threw me off a bit. Shroop. 11 p.m. Gonna lurk and chill. Do what you need to do, Megumi. Megami. No, I was about to say Megumi. That's not the same thing. Yeah, do what you need to do. Go ahead and lurk, get some water. Just do what you need to do. Enjoy the background noise. Gonna need you to do a little something to prove who you are, who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Solomond who are being forced to work in the cave at Semitt Falls. Or Semitt Falls. Rescue them and we'll talk. Okay. We got our goal right now. Go to Semitt Falls. Yes, Molly. You are here. Hi. Okay. So I guess Joseph hasn't reported back because he just hasn't found anything yet, I think. The Empire's enslaved the men of Solomond and forced them to work in the cave at Semitt Falls. Please, you have to help them. So that's a way out of town. I had the strangest dream last night. I was chasing this flame around, but then I lost sight of it at the fork in the road. And when I finally caught it, I woke up. It's time for the Battle Royale. Set that up. Weapons and armor. It's still bronze equipment. which is good because I feel like I would have wasted my stuff if I bought stuff. Whatever. Ooh, we finally have upgrades. We finally have weapon upgrades. Okay, wait a minute. What's my... If I use the end, what are we at? 51 gil. If I use Minwu's cure to heal Guy and me, now we're at 49 gil to spend. Sometimes it's best to use your magic to heal to lower the cost. Kind of a dumb system that makes no sense in universe. Yeah, okay. I want to get weapon upgrades. But if we go to the left, we get attacked by some monsters. Just all physical attacks for now. I want Fearing's weapon level to go up. At least I could just hold X. Minwu's evasion went up. Okay. Maybe the wrong type of enemies. Maybe I need to fight Queen Bee to get a weapon up. Arcane Labyrinth, northwest corner. I am a visionary of vocabulary. Tell me your terms, and I can tell you what future might hold for you. So if I were to ask, let's just say Wild Rose. Fearing the power of this word holds does not bode well for you. For Maria, does not bode well. Guy, does not bode well. Minwu, appears most auspicious for you. Place known as the Arcane Labyrinth. I've been studying it, but to no great avail. Would you like to hear what little I've learned? Yes. It is a particular labyrinth in that much of it sealed by words. Certain words alter the composition of floors to reflect their meaning. The labyrinth is made of interconnected layers, and at the very bottom await ferocious monsters. That's the word. In order to forge ahead, you will need to break seals with words. Break the seals and make it to the bottom, and then you'll be able to return to the surface. Make sure you're up for the task if you plan on going forward. Once you enter, there's no turning back and no means of recording your progress. You can't save. The only other thing I know about are the words. The effects of words vary in relation to other words. The word used to reach a floor and the word used to leave it combine to change things for better or for worse. And sometimes they change nothing at all. The effects of words also vary in relation to whom they are said. This doesn't affect the labyrinth, but is connected to something else. That's all I know. We cannot start this just yet. I mean, you could, but we can't really benefit from starting it just yet. What he means by that is, like, there's four main categories of words. I have the list pulled up, I think. And, like, there's life and nature, matter and materials, magic and spirits, and locations. So I think airship and Mythril are both considered matter and materials. So what this means is, if you start the Arcane Labyrinth with Mythril, your first floor is considered matter and materials. And then once we go to the next floor, we'll have to use another word. If we used airship, which I believe is also matter and materials, the next floor has good treasure and a low encounter rate. So that's what it means by certain combinations of words. So there's like bad treasure, high encounter rate, good treasure, low encounter rate, or normal treasure, normal encounter rate. That's what he means by certain words combining with each other. Again, we're going to hold off on that for just a minute. We won't be doing that just yet. But there is 3 different arcane labyrinths. The northwest, the northeast, and the south. To go back into the main sanctuary, to open the door, we need to do all 3. And we will be doing that soon. It's hot out, hot corn dog? Oh, like how hot are we talking? Sasquatch. Oh, right, I wanted weapon upgrades. And there's still one-hit KOs. I think I could get Maria a new longbow. No, I wanted stats. Maybe it was Queen Bee. Maybe if there's a lot of enemies, that also affects weapon rank. Oh, weapon rank also affects the amount of hits you deal, I think. Or maybe that's agility. Yeah, something like that. No, not the inn. Weapon shop. I want to buy a longbow. And we'll start with... Oh, I could get the longsword, too. Sword and the bow for the longbow. Now I have 7 attack. Maybe Maria can actually do something now. I needed 250 for Guy's new axe. I might grind for that. Now I might be too strong. But I don't need the magic is too much. It'll cost too much. Vampire Thorns. Yeah, I'm one-shotting still. Not Maria, though. Or Farian, I mean. Guy's strength increased. Yeah, what is, like... So Farian's a... No, I need to look at strength, right? Or do I need to be looking at attack? No, it's strength. Am I looking at the wrong... It says his strength increased, but I don't see the actual strength stat. Unless strength stat affects, like, attack and defense. I don't know. This game's a little strange sometimes. Yeah, I'll just attack the same one. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. I don't think Guy needs the next upgrade. 140? Oh, you know what? If I head back, I should be able to fight another monster. And that should let me get enough money for Guy. 97 degrees. Oh, that sucks. May not be Phoenix hot, but it's... Yeah, 97 degrees for me, again, not like California or like Phoenix, Arizona hot, but it's still hot for your area, you know? That's really hot for me in my area. And sometimes it would get that hot, but I think we're past that now. Okay, I want the battle axe. There we go. So I could... What am I missing? 1 bronze shield and bronze gloves. I'm not gonna grind for that. At this point, I don't think I need it. And because we're going in a dungeon, I want to be careful on the amount of spells I use. Ooh, a soldier.
I'm gonna have Minwu be my main heal. I can have him just multi-heal. That should be enough. Yeah, it's 200 HP for multi-healing. Yeah, Furion needs some strength boosts. But he got agility. Agility is really good. It affects the multi-hit for physical attacks. We need to go left and around? Or was that the Mythril Mines? No, that's Semitt Falls. Or Semitt Falls, whatever it is. Yeah, this is what happens when you put Marie in the back row. Look at how little HP she has in comparison to everyone else. Yeah, I'm going the right way. But yeah, part of the reason why I've been playing this game is, one, I put it to a vote. Of this or Fire Emblem 7. This one. 2, I wanted to move on to a different Final Fantasy game that's not Final Fantasy 1. And 3, I wouldn't mind trying to figure out a potential challenge run for this game. That would be interesting. Because this one I'm having like the most trouble trying to figure out a potential challenge run. Other than just, I don't know, a solo run. So maybe over the course of this game, we can maybe figure it out. We'll do that. Have Guy attack the Queen Bee. Furion, you really need to focus on physical attacks for a little while. There, your strength increase. And we got a potion. Nice. I still haven't gone back to Final Fantasy 1 to complete all the achievements. But that's something I just haven't felt like doing. Semitt Falls, Bound for 1. Again, I'm just going to focus on physical attacks. Minwu's going to be my main healer. Mostly because I don't have the most MP. Kind of want to save my MP for when I need it. Especially when I can't just go easily heal. I can't say I did that much grinding. At least I don't think I really did a lot of grinding. And yet I feel like we're overpowered. Again, maybe my opinions are different because I'm playing PSP and not like PS1 or NES. But there is something about this game. 400 gil. Okay. There is something about this game, though, about dungeon design that I'm not the biggest fan of. And this game is the only one that does it. Oh, we got balloons. No, I want my strongest people to fight the balloons. So far, that's actually not Furion. I think it's one of those, don't cast fire on them, you idiot. Because they typically explode. Okay. We found the floor down. I need to go through and grab treasure. Of course, we're getting ambushed. Guy's evasion is insane. And his defenses. It's because they keep getting attacked, so their speed, invasion stuff is being affected, getting boosts.
And I forget how all the stats connect to each other in this game. But I think agility... I think on top of deciding if you decide to go first, it also affects the amount of hits you're able to do. I think those two are tied to agility. And evasion, I believe, is tied to defense, just straight up defense. As well as just dodging some attacks sometimes. There we go. Goblin guards are way too weak. It doesn't take much to feel like you're overpowered. Oh, okay. We have 4 doors. If I take the left door... Oh, that's the correct up. So see, I end up in this dead-end room, right? There is nothing in here. There is nothing in this room. Except a very high encounter rate. Like one-step encounters type of encounter rate. That's what this game likes to do. It will set you with a bunch of doors. And then if you pick the wrong door, there's nothing in here. Oh, but you're in a very high encounter rate room now. Because you picked the wrong door. Try again, idiot. That's what I don't like about this game. In dungeon design. I was never a fan of that. Has God of War collabed with anything after Fortnite? Or did they stop after Fortnite? They collabed with Fortnite and thought, that sucked. Let's never do something like this again. After Fortnite. How long ago was it when they collabed with Fortnite? Because, I mean, God of War has done a lot of crossovers, but you're specifying after Fortnite. So that's a little different. Because remember, he's in the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. He's shown up in Shovel Knight. If you buy the PlayStation version. He's crossover in there. Kratos has been everywhere, I know that. What else has he been in? He's in one of the Soul Calibers, isn't he? Not in 4. I know that one's the Star Wars one. Or maybe I'm thinking Mortal Kombat. Maybe both, I don't know. Did he appear in Mortal Kombat, or was it Soul Calibur? My sword level increased. Good. Is it true Pokemon Scarlet and Violet suck and Switch due to encounters? So, I've barely messed around in Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2, other than that test run. It runs significantly better in every way. But the drawback is there's so many encounters now that it's so easy to just run into them. I don't know how annoying it is, but that is the double-edged sword. That is the double-edged sword on the playing Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2. MK9? Okay, so he was in one of the Mortal Kombats. What was I checking? Oh, okay. Okay, Furian's at 4. Good. That's what I really wanted in that. And see, my weapon level's not going up. If I really want to try to get it up right now, get the weapon level up, I need to swap to my offhand. And I could work on it a lot more. Potion? Okay. just how the Pokemon Company intended. I don't think they intended that many encounters. Like, it's like, if you're trying to shiny hunt, there's a lot of encounter tables. You'll find something a lot easier. Hell, I found one in my test stream. But if you're trying to get around, sometimes it gets annoying because there's just so many to avoid. So I guess that's the trade-off. But here's the thing, Hawkhorn Dog, I'd rather have the Switch 2 version of Scarlet and Violet and deal with the super high amount of encounters that sometimes can get annoying versus what we had originally. Oh, we got eye drops. It says there's 25 treasure chests. That I don't think there's 25 in this dungeon. It's more of combining a couple dungeons in terms of the treasure chests for that number count. Okay, I think we're about time to get Minwu to heal everyone. Okay, left door. That's the correct one. Cure on everyone. Again, you can use the healing magic outside of battle, and you still get the magic experience to level up the magic spell by doing that. However, you have a 0 chance of raising your spirit if you do that. Because you did outside of battle, not in battle, so there's that trade-off. 200 gil. Very nice. But Pokemon never makes mistakes. No, never! They have never made mistakes and caused any sort of controversies, ever. That's a myth. Like, that never happens with Pokemon. Oh, I brought this up on Discord, and I've been meaning to bring it up today, but I kept forgetting to talk about it, just talking about the game. You want to see Game Freak and Bethesda collab sometime? Oh my god. That's a match made in hell. That's a match made in hell, and you know that. But something I've been wanting to bring up. So, not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before, there was another big group of yard sales in my neighborhood. Different neighborhood than the one from a couple weeks, the week before that. Different set. During my wandering around, I ended up with, it was one of those situations where it's like, buy everything in this box, $30, right? I ended up with an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, and a Wii, and a Kinect. Just the consoles, the cords with them, obviously, some controllers, really no games. But I spent $30 for all of that. So now I have a 360 and an Xbox One. The Xbox 360, I've been testing around. I ended up picking up a few games during yard sales because I needed to test stuff out. What's this? Gil? That looks like progress on. So, I tested out the 360 and it works. Caveat though, I've been having trouble getting it to connect to the internet. Supposedly you still can connect it to the internet, but I'm just having trouble. And I don't know what's wrong. The Xbox 360 controller that I do have, for some reason, keeps disconnecting. And I do not know what the problem is. So I need to figure out why it keeps disconnecting. It's not the batteries, it has new batteries. And it's at full charge. It's just randomly disconnecting. Oh, right, Minwu's on, we're on memory right now. But yeah, I have Xbox 360 as an option now. Once I figure out the whole controller situation, that's pretty much good to go. And we could go with Xbox 360 for some games. And I was looking through the 360 catalog. I've tried asking Microsoft support. I have not tried asking Microsoft support. I was looking online to see if I could find anything. I didn't really find too many things, but I tried a few different things. But I still gotta figure out the problem. But yeah, I was looking through the 360 library, and I was thinking to myself, what games can I play now that I couldn't really play on PlayStation, right? Well, there's Halo, there's Gears of War, I could get Rare Replay, which that's an amazing deal, but I don't have it yet. And besides, Rare Replay is just a compilation of old games, but there's some Xbox 360 games on there. And I was thinking through, like, a lot of games on Xbox 360 were also on PlayStation 3. And I have a lot of PlayStation 3 games. So, like, for example, if I wanted to stream the Batman Arkham games, I already have the PS3 versions. So it's like, why would I buy it again? But then I thought about it for a second. Then I remembered PlayStation 3 does not like capture cards. So I'm thinking if I wanted to stream a game from that era, and it doesn't have like a later port or something, then I would be better off using the 360. So with that in mind, I may be doubling up on some games for 360 because I have a better time to stream it. Help us, please. Are you all saying the same thing? Yep. Furion, it's you. You remember me, don't you? Paul, the greatest thief in all the world. Am I ever glad to see you? This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. I think that dastard Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back. Some Mythril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out this was where the Mythril was coming from. Easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the Mythril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know I'm in over my head. So long, but don't worry. I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one. I guess the door was locked? Okay. Okay, before I go downstairs, I want to go back this way. Oh, green slimes. Okay. Now's the time for fire. Hit them all. Because we're not doing that much. Although the staff did some damage. That's a cool looking fire 3. There we go. That's why we have fire. Got a bunch of HP. Release God of War Greek Saga for the new gen? Yeah, there's no way to get the Greek Saga nowadays, is there? You would need to get the PS3 versions, right? Oh, there's nothing down here. Okay. So far, the only way to play the God of War Greek Saga would be PS2, PS3, right? There's no other versions? It's time for a battle royale. we got more strength. I'm gonna make a save. It's been a while, and I know I'm gonna need one. I'm gonna need one soon. Right, this is time for fire. And this is why you have Black Mage. Okay. Okay, good treasure. We got a fire tome. Oh, wait a second. 3, 2, 1. Ad break has ended. Looks like. Yeah, I picked up a fire tome in this treasure chest. It was still better to buy it. But I could give it to Guy, I guess. However, if you use it in battle, it casts as a one-use item. But I forget what level it is. It might be like level 8. It might be a level 8 magic spell. Here's the thing. I could give Guy some magic, just so he has something to work with. But his main priority is physical attacks. To be honest, the only spells I tend to give him might be a cure spell, maybe. And like a Esuna spell, and maybe life, but that's it. But I don't really give him much magic to work with. He's like a backup healer if Farian's run out of MP. That's kind of how I treat Guy. Okay, so in the PS5 through streaming it, yeah, I guess that is available, but I don't really count that, because if I'm correct, you can't buy those, right? Those are just through PlayStation Plus, right? So it's like the Netflix for Sony. You don't own it. Am I right on that? Except for the 2 PSP Vita games. On the streaming, there's God of War 1, 2, but the PS3 versions, okay. And you could get the God of War 3 remastered version on PS4. I forgot they remastered God of War 3. I forgot about that one. So yeah, there is a PS4 version of that one. You know what? Let's get here. Streaming got Ascension as well. That's one of the PSP ones, right? Let's go this way. I may end up going through this dungeon again just to double check on treasures that I might have missed. But I may do that on my own time. I'm gonna be honest, there's gonna be sections of this game where I may be doing some magic grinding or something on my own time. That may happen. It got a PS3 version at one point? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I know there were some PS2 games, PSP games that got PS2 versions for like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank here and there. I don't know if, with some of those games, I don't know if it's even worth getting the PS2 versions. Because it was made for PSP in mind, and it just kind of looks worse. Yeah, Maria's running out. Okay. Next floor. On floor 5. What's in here? dead end room. Yay. With high encounter rates. I love this sort of game design. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping for them to hit Maria with the bow. That way she gets a chance to get HP boosts. Are the spin-off God of War games any good? You know, the PSP and the Vita games? Or they're kind of mixed bag? Again, I own God of War 3 because I bought it last year at the same set of yard sales, but I haven't played it yet because, one, I want to get 1 and 2. Whether it's the PS2 versions or the... That's progress. Whether it's the PS2 versions or the PS3 combo collection thing. And two, part of it is, like, I want to stream some of these, but I think God of War Greek Trilogy, Twitch doesn't really like. I don't know the details in that one. Because I don't know if it's Twitch and YouTube or just one or the other. But there are some games that they don't like. And if I'm correct, God of War doesn't really like, they don't really like God of War. At the very least, certain scenes of God of War. Ghost of Sparta is okay. Ascension and Chains of Olympus are pretty good. Okay, so at worst it's okay. At best they're pretty good. Okay. At least there isn't a bad game in the list, from what you're mentioning. That's the best you can ask for, honestly. We need fire. All moves and I forget the code word for that one. Some minigames. Some bosses got boots too. Yeah. Yeah, I just have a feeling that streaming the Greek God of War games might just be out of the question. Especially when I don't know what to expect. But here's the thing, like, I've seen Let's Plays of God of War. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think they did have to censor. But it was a Let's Play, so they were able to censor it in post. Not live. I think God of War Greek Trilogy God of War might be off the table. Just because of that alone. And I think, if I'm correct, GTA might also have a similar problem. Oh, I got lucky with no encounters there. Teleport. And a monster in a box. Okay. The land turtle. This is why I buy Blizzard. Even if I never use it in my normal playthroughs, this is the reason why you buy Blizzard. Because this thing has so much defense, you're not doing much. And I think it has, like, fire resistance, but it is weak to ice. So whether you teach the spell or you just use the tome, have Blizzard on you for land turtles, specifically. People play GTA Online, they mostly just avoid the clubs. But isn't that just kind of missing part of the game, you know? Again, it's about knowing what causes problems and avoiding them. So a GTA game is like one of those games where a first playthrough, you could just accidentally go into a part where Twitch doesn't like. You know? Yeah, just add a streamer-friendly version that just censors stuff. Just have a toggle. That would be nice. Sword. Okay, we got a free teleport tome. Do I want teleport? Also known as probably all of them. Barrier, Blink, Protect, Shell, Wall, probably would take all of them, maybe. Dispel, that's a hit and miss. Mini, Silence, sure. Sap, I might not. Wait. Fog and... Isn't there Silence in here? Didn't I just read Silence? Wait, what's the difference between Silence and Fog? Silence. Second elemental inflicts the silence status on the target. Cannot use magic until it wears off. Fog. Spectral elemental inflicts amnesia status on the target. The character cannot use magic until the effect is treated. So is Fog just better Silence? Silence can wear off, but Fog has to be cured? So I would rather have Fog. I may not bother getting Silence. Sap I don't really care for. I may skip out on that one. Fear I probably won't bother either. There is teleport. But if I look at Minwu's magic, doesn't he have warp? There is a warp spell. Wait, how come... Oh, warp is a black magic spell. Oh, I did not catch that. I did not catch that. Okay. Okay, never mind. We'll teach teleport. We'll teach teleport. Oh, I've been raided again. Oh my god, I wish the freaking effect was working. I don't know why it's not. Hey, El Magnifico, how's it going? What were you playing? I have been raided. How's it going? We're playing Final Fantasy II, and I'm using RetroAchievements to 100% this thing. A lot of grinding. Yeah, what were you playing? Blue Prince. I have never heard of that one. What is that game? I heard of Blue Dragon, but that's a RPG only on the 360 that also had Toriyama do the designs. I hear it's a mid RPG. Roguelike puzzle game? Roguelike puzzle game. That's... I can't even picture that. Like, I can't even picture how that works. Was it just like, oh, you enter this room, you get a random set of puzzles? Myst? I don't think I've ever played Myst. I think I know what you're talking about, though, but I've never played it. And I don't know too much about it, to be honest. I would start working on teleport, but I don't want to do that while I'm in the dungeon. So, the grind never stops. The grind never stops, Hot Corn Dog, and the achievements are forcing me to do the grind. The game forces me to do the grind. Or the achievements do, at the very least. Oh, sorry. So El Magnifico, while you're typing that out... Oh, there it is. You have a structure puzzle adventuring game, but each room, rather than existing in a physical spot, gets placed by the player. Whenever the player tries to leave the room, 3 rooms are drawn randomly from a deck of rooms, and you get to pick one. These rooms fill out a grid. Okay. Make a save. For an achievement, we need Minwu to win to get the final kill. Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting Mythril, you're right. My Mythril grades straight through your heart. The randomness means you have to play multiple times to actually solve most puzzles. So what's the goal then? What's the end goal? And how can you lose? Is there a time limit? You know what? In this case, I'm going to start casting spells. Let's start with Protect and Blink. I'm going to go ahead and use Fire. Use up the rest of Maria's MP. Eventually, Minwu has to be the one to get the final kill. Okay, I don't know how much HP you have. Nice, 69. Protect on Minwu, because that's more important. I can only use, like, one more spell. You don't know if there's a time limit? You're 50 days in and haven't hit one yet. 50 in-game days, right? That's what you mean, right? Well, that's the last spell I got for Maria. Yeah, not doing much. I'll start casting Blink. Again, Minwu needs to be the one to get the final kill. But everyone's doing 0 damage, and I have no MP for Maria. I may leave and come back. 50 in-game days, a day is around. You haven't been playing for 1,200 hours. Yeah, I know. That'd be insane if you were playing for 50 in-game, 50 days straight. You couldn't do it. It'd be impossible. But yeah, El Magnifico. I ended up with a Xbox 360 and Xbox One a couple weekends ago. Short answer, yard sales, buy everything in a box for $30. It had those two and a Wii. I paid $30. And a Kinect. Just the consoles, though. So I have some Xbox stuff available now to stream, potentially. I'm gonna Protect and Blink Maria. I think it's less effective if you multi-target Blink and Protect, but it can work. I did save right before this. Oh no, Furian's dead. That's not good. Alright, life it is. Furian just kind of wasted some of his stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to hit defend. I meant to cure. I forgot it was set to memory. Okay, I kind of lucked out there. Let's try to cast Blink on myself. Multi-target cure. El Magnifico, do you happen to have an Xbox at all? Because the controller I ended up with is just constantly disconnecting, and I don't know what the problem is. Would you happen to have an idea of why a Xbox 360 controller would constantly disconnect? that's kind of the best I can do. But Minwu is not... You have an original with a broken disk drive. But that's not the same because, if I remember correctly, the original Xbox doesn't have wireless controllers, right? Not much help? Okay. Yeah, I don't think the original had any wireless controllers. Protect shell, dispel, silence, sap. I wish that reduced defense. Fear, swap. Oh my god, if I managed to pull off swap. No, teleport? I could try dispel, but I don't think he has any barriers. It seemed to have worked if, are those ranges, or did he have a shield? Those might be ranges. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I'm doing 0 damage. Okay, because Minwu needs to be the one to get the kill, but his physical attack is not enough. I'm just constantly doing 0 damage, and he has no magic. We're gonna reset this. This is time for a reset. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave the dungeon and go back in. Could be battery issue. Old batteries not holding charge. I swapped it out with new batteries, and I could see on the menu, on the controller menu, it says it has a full charge. I can see it. All right, let's teleport. Okay. Might as well just spend oh, I forgot teleport makes you use up your, uses up your HP. I forgot about that. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, cast some magic. Why not? Not sure. It is what it is. Trying to figure it out. I may just have to assume it's just not a good controller for some reason. Or maybe there's something internally that just wasn't stored properly. I don't know. It was like in a box just in their garage or something when I got it. So it probably just wasn't stored properly. That's probably all. I thought I asked, see if you had any insight. Anyway, have you played Final Fantasy II at all, El Magnifico? Do I want to start spamming? Molly! What are you doing? What are you even barking at? Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. That was a little unexpected. Don't need to wrap up just yet, but I might wrap up a little sooner than what I was originally planning. But not a big rush. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I want to start spamming teleport as a magic spell in battle. Because teleport can get rid of monsters. It's not as good. You've played 1, 2, and 14. Okay. So yeah, wait. Which version of Final Fantasy 2? Is it the one that's called Final Fantasy 2, but it's Final Fantasy 4? Or is it this game that's actually Final Fantasy 2? Dawn of Souls? Okay, so it is this game. Don't you just love the name differences? Oh, we got teleport to work. So yeah, this is the PSP version of Final Fantasy 2, Magnifico. It is based on the Dawn of Souls version, so you have played this. But this added an extra dungeon, the Arcane Labyrinth. There's part of it right there. So, think Dawn of Souls with the Arcane, but with one extra set of bonus dungeons. Because there's 4 new dungeons, but they're all connected to each other. It's all one thing. So at least you have an idea of what this is. So, the reason why I'm spamming teleport, one, to level it up, of course, but I'm spamming teleport and targeting enemies because, as you saw, it just kind of cast instant death on them. However, this game does have a death spell. You know, it's a black magic spell. Actually, hold on. I can go ahead and... Everyone's basically at full HP. Never mind. It doesn't really matter. You have to raid and run? Alright. Have a good rest of your day, Magnifico. Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, there is a death spell in the game. And there's ads. Great. Battle Royale time. Can I buy the mace? Yes, I need this. Minwu needs it. Okay. This is part of the problem. He's not doing as much damage. I could give him a buckler. Yeah, he should have had a buckler the entire time. And I just realized he doesn't have, like, any armor. Well, I could go ahead and get armor upgrades. 1 bronze shield. I guess this is the same thing as the cuirass. 3 bronze gloves. Notice I'm not really buying for Minwu. I may do so anyway. Okay. I guess Copper Cuirass is like the same defensive-wise as bronze armor? Okay. But giving him the mace probably will help. What about magic? I was gonna say, where's the magic shop? Okay, life, sap, warp, which that is black magic, and teleport. This is why I was confused about warp and teleport. It's because warp is a black magic spell. I am buying life for Firion. I think I could get away with warp for Maria. I don't think I want sap, though. Oh, I'm gonna make a save. goes to Firion. Man, I wish I could rearrange that. Warp to Maria. Again, Warp is a black magic spell. I kind of wish there was a better indicator of which one was which in-game. Even Final Fantasy 1 had a better indicator. I never even thought about that. Okay, so what I was bringing up before is that there is an instant death spell in the game. But, however, enemies have resistance to instant death. Do I want to level out Teleport and Warp? No, I'm just going to go back. I'm just going to try to go back. Now that Minwu has a better weapon, we'll just try the boss again. So, instant death, but enemies have resistance to instant death. Specifically, that spell. And, like, weapons that specifically cause that status element, if that's even available in this game. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure about that. However, there are other spells that essentially just cause instant death without it being technically considered instant death, aka Teleport and Warp. We saw Teleport worked on a goblin. We saw it work on a goblin, and it just got rid of the goblin. It's not considered instant death, so they don't have resistance to it. So that's how to get around instant death. You don't use the instant death spell or status effect from other weapons if that's even available. You use other spells like Teleport, Warp. There's Mini and Toad. That's also another spell. That when used against the enemy, it does essentially is instant death to them. Essentially, it's just instant death. So, while I probably will not pick up the Death Tome, the Death Spell from Maria, I probably won't. We'll have other spells that will do the same thing. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna go back into Semitt Falls. I'm gonna head straight to the boss and try not to use as much MP as possible. And I'm really saying that to Maria. Mostly Maria. So that way she can have a few more fire spells to cast. Normally I never have to run out. But I think normally I have more magic to work with. That's why. But here's the thing. I would have eventually won with Guy specifically because he has the strength. But specifically because the achievement wants me to get Minwu to win, we needed to leave and give him a stronger weapon. But now Firion can revive. That's nice. Alright. Let's just try to go straight to the boss. And I really want to avoid using as much MP as possible. Ooh, treasure. I missed it last time. I knew I needed to go back in. Potion. I got 200 gil. Nice. I could have gotten more armor from Minwu, but I don't think that's necessary. Gee, I'm not spending that much investment on Minwu. Why is that? Who would guess why I would not invest in him that much? Strength increase, HP increased. The thing... That's hindsight for you. Problem is, I have no idea how much HP he has. I could probably look it up. Just try to keep track. Okay, I really want Maria to grab that one. I don't know why. Don't know if it matters. Never mind, guy stole the kill. Again, the reason why I do this is because we could just randomly get strength boosts or HP boosts. Or Minwu's shield can go up because I finally gave him a shield. Oops. Yeah, left door. And we need to go left. HP increase, okay. There's a door there. I don't think I ran into that one. And it's a fake one. Great. This is why I don't like this sort of design. It's kind of dumb. There's later dungeons that go nuts with the whole fake rooms thing. They go nuts about that. Never really a fan. Just not really doing much to me. You kind of see how the difference between how overpowered I feel when fighting just random mooks. Like, they're not doing much to me, but then I'm not doing much to the boss. Like, not much at all. Unless you're using magic. So it's that weird power scaling difference, isn't it? Perfect. Yeah, I really should consider getting some more MP for Firion and Maria. But this early on, I really want to... I think I really want to conserve my MP. Right, I need to go up first. Oh, I missed. Maria's magic defense went up. Why? Oh, you know what? I think that bow attack is considered a spell. And because it's considered a spell, and Maria was the one that got targeted, whether she got hit or dodged or not, you know. Because she was targeted by a spell, her magic defense increased. I think that's why it went up. Goblin guards, super easy. Okay. We go up into this door. I'll go ahead and have Minwu just cure. You can't multi-target? You can't multi-target. Oh, that was a waste of a cure, but whatever. Oh, you can rearrange. Hold on. Yeah, I'd rather have it like that.
I kind of want my like actual healing stuff near the top. All right. Let's try it again. See how this goes. I'm gonna just try multi-targeting protect. Maria's gonna go for fire. Guy's attacking. Actually, you know what? Guy is gonna use the fire tome. And then Minwu will physical attack. Yeah, I think that was fire 8. 36 damage. Still based on your intelligence. So Maria would have been better off. Okay, yeah, it worked. It's just Furion was the only one that didn't get affected by it. So... I'll cast Protect on... No. We'll go Blink multi-target. Dispel? Do I actually have to Dispel? I don't even know. The thing about multi-targeting, like, stuff like Protect and Blink, I don't think multi-targeting has as high as accuracy as single target. I think that's also part of the problem. Damn it, I didn't mean to defend. Okay, I got 2. I'll take it. Okay. Single target protect. Fire, physical attack. Minwu is still doing 0 damage, even with his stronger weapon. Wait. I know what I could do. I know exactly what I could do. Unequip the buckler. Now he has a stronger physical attack. He's technically two-handing the mace right now. Okay, no, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Actually, before I reset that... so she has 11 MP left. Oh, wait, no, that's not how she started. Okay, no, I can keep that in mind. She has 11 MP left. Exit to menu. Start that over. Okay. How much MP? 26. Okay. Just let me go ahead and pull out my calculator very quick. So, 26 minus 11. So I used 5 spells. Maria used 5 spells. So, of course, we just start with an ambush. Plus all the physical attacks that I was trying to pull off, too. Multi-target protect. First, you should unequip the buckler. I probably need to do that. And you know what? I'll cure. Why not? Tech level 2. Did not work. Thanks. This is why you level them up. This is my second fire. I got 2 of them, that's fine. Yeah, okay, he's doing 4 damage. 5. My third fire spell. Oh, I got, okay. No, that's ideal. That's ideal for Mike. Single target. That would bring me to 14. So yeah, we could use one more. Physical attack. 0 damage. It's a range for Minwu, but the fact that he can still potentially deal even if it's 4 damage is good enough. Okay. I need to start casting Protect a little bit more. We're going to defend. I'm going to go ahead and let Minwu... Hold on 1 second. It just says the final blow. That's all it says. Fire Tone. I know he doesn't have good intelligence. Probably better than Guy. It's Fire 8. There it is. So I guess in reality, we just needed more magic for Maria to have her cast 4 fire spells. You know, level 3 fire spells. And Minwu could get, Minwu was able to use the Fire Tome. Mythril Bow. I got a Mythril Axe last time. I didn't realize he dropped different stuff. Hold on, let me check something. Probably left. There we go. So he has a chance for a Mythril Axe, a Mythril Armor, Helm, and Mythril Bow. I don't know what the percentage is, though. I feel like Mythril Bow was the rarest one here, but maybe they're all at an equal drop rate. Honestly, I'm fine with any of them. I'm fine with any of them. And we got the Mythril. Okay. Now we can go ahead and teleport. Just get out of here. I'll go ahead and cure. Can't multi-target. So now that we have the Mythril, I guess we could talk to Joseph. But I don't think there's a reason to actually talk to him. I think we just need to actually just start heading back to Altair. Maybe we got more HP. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna buy Minwu equipment. I have a reason why I will do that. Life, shell... I'm just gonna start casting Teleport and Warp. And that's all I'm gonna do on my way. Use up all my MP if I have to. There we go. Teleport leveled up. Spirit level up. I think with teleport, the more you level it up, the less HP you lose when you use it to get out of a dungeon. Okay. It looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That coward Reborgen had been threatening Nellie to get to me. Forgive me. If there's anything I can do to help, all you gotta do is ask. what's showing the Mythril?
You better get that Mythril back to Altair. Princess Hilda is waiting for you.
Thanks for saving me, and that's all you say. Actually, yeah, so now that I think about it, even though I haven't been investing so much in Minwu, I better buy him some stuff. Now that I think about it. Normally, I would say don't bother. But say it with me, bonus dungeons, we gotta... It's the bonus dungeons. There we go. If it wasn't for the bonus dungeons, I probably wouldn't bother. Oh, I should have healed. Oh well. Level 2 teleport. Nope. Again, I gotta work on these spells along the way. It's not like I can get good weapon levels from these fights anymore. But right now we're gonna head to Altair. There's not much else we can do. So we go to Bosk and maybe buy something from there, but no, I'm not gonna bother with that. Ooh, got it working. Another teleport. No, he wasn't, like, fading in and out during that animation, so I knew it wouldn't work. There we go. I typically don't like actually using teleport and warp as instant death. I'd rather just rely on other things. But I have to power them up. Come on, work. Work. Nope. Didn't work. Furian's only got one more. Well, he's getting an MP boost out of this. He better. Spirit, magic. Really, Furion? You didn't get the MP boost? It's not like you spent it all during all this. Yeah, I need to go right. Yeah, it's still a little unreliable. But that's generally the idea of how you get your HP and MP boosts. I will keep doing this until Maria runs out of MP. Oh wait, is it a level 2 warp now? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's the last one. Of course it fails. Because it always fails. This is why I never rely on it. Okay. Back to physical attacks. Perfect. Maria's MP increased. Well, at least one of them got the increase. Forgot, I need to go down here and heal. Oh no, I've been ambushed. I'm so scared. Yeah, you better run. Okay. Okay, we're in Poft. Let's find the inn. There it is. I don't care that I could have used Cure to get more HP back. I have the money that I'm not spending on anything. Okay. Back to using teleport and warp. Again, right now I just kind of want it at level 3. That's all I really want. For now. Eventually I will need to, you know, power it up more. And you know what? I'm probably going to have to start casting life, even if it won't do anything. Okay, teleport's leveled up. That's it. Yeah, teleport's level 3. I gotta still work on protect and shell for a bit. And life. So Maria's gonna continue working on warp. Okay. I'll go ahead and multi-spam protect. Get warp going. Would you call this level grinding if it's something you're doing along the way? I don't. I'm just taking advantage of the encounters that I'm already getting into along the way. To work. Is everyone affected by protect? Yes. So I'll work on shell. I'll work on shell just in case. There we go. Looks like everyone got hit by it. My god, this goblin has high resistance to warp, doesn't he? Well, I better cast it a bit more, because I haven't used it, so I could get away with using it more. There we go, we finally got him out of here. Nope. Either he runs or he teleports, you know. That's all it's going. Still nothing. Warp is probably at level 3 by now. But I'm not risking it. I think this is what people really get annoyed with about this game. Even though I'm not going out of my way to grind right now, this is just along the way, and I'm just trying to take advantage of, you know, the encounters along the way. The fact that this has such a low chance of activating. I mean, it's an instant death move. Of course it's going to have a low chance. There it is. Of course it's going to have a low chance. Warp leveled up. Oh, I'm out. Furion's out of MP anyway. Let me look. Yeah, Furion's out of MP. Shell is now almost there. Yeah, so I could start trying to get everything to level 4. Maybe? Right now, let's just get back. Where am I? Yeah, I need to go right. Yeah, let's just get back to Altair. I could probably run from battles. But if I run from battles, I get no chance of stat boosts. When there might be a chance for something. I'm not sure. I could probably start running from a few battles. Okay. We're almost to Altair. Oh, yeah, Minwu got some HP. Again, sometimes it just randomly happens. I think it's more of like, if you didn't get a boost after a certain amount of battles, it'll just give you one, I think. Even if it's a small boost. Alright, made it back. First I'm gonna use the inn. Just gonna check something. Okay. Now we need to go talk to Hilda. I'm gonna save now because I don't want to screw this up. Okay. So I saved right before Hilda. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Flynn. They're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk to help compensate for those losses. We learned the Dreadnought word. Now, if you were to ask for Dreadnought, she's going to talk a little bit more. However, because I'm doing the bonus dungeons, we need to leave. We do not want to continue that, continue the plot. I am gonna wrap it up here. Wait. Actually, no, hold on. I'm gonna save, just in case. I think we could give her the Mythril. I made sure to save, just in case. If I give her the Mythril, what happens? You found the Mythril, now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal terms. Take the Mythril to Tabol, the town blacksmith. Certain he'll be able to use it. Okay. Good. I wasn't sure what would happen. So for right now, do not tell her, do not ask for Dreadnought yet. Let's go to you. Let's give you the Mythril.
It's Mythril. I've been waiting for this chance to work with this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it. I'll start pounding it out. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. The
This keeps my hands full, I tell you that. So now we got a new shop. If we talk to you, we can buy Mythril Knife, Mythril Mace, Spear, and Mythril Sword. So I missed out on the axe, but I got the bow, so it kind of worked out. Let's buy a Mythril Sword. Yeah, I should probably buy a Mythril Mace. Because I'm gonna need it. Where is it? Mythril Mace. Mythril Sword. And I got the Mythril Bow from for Maria. If I go here, there's another shop. Mythril Shields, Helms, Armors, and Gloves. Okay, we could get upgrades. At the very least, I want to get the shields. We'll just stick with that for now. Right. Only 3 shields. So, if you were to specifically try to get an item drop from the boss, Borgin, don't go for the armor or the shields. You could just buy them. Go for either the bow or the axe if you are working on those weapons. That is my advice for that item drop. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I am doing these streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the old streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on the YouTube side right now, actually. I need a better outro. But yeah, the YouTube side has all the old streams. Yeah, tomorrow, we're going to the Arcane Labyrinth. Specifically, we're going to start with the Northwest one. And you want to get the keyword for Dreadnought, and don't do any more because she has another keyword. And if you do that, Minwu will leave. So you want to make sure to get the keyword for Dreadnought and just don't do anything else. That's why we did this. And it is missable if you don't do it in this route. So tomorrow we're gonna start the Arcane Labyrinth. That is it. I think I can't really raid. I need to just wrap up. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. Have a good day. Later. I need to get that raid thing fixed.